Hello, everybody. Welcome to our week 4 of Grad Stats in the University of Cincinnati. I am recording this brief video as an introduction to our module number 4, and I wanted to discuss a few things that came up last week. So number 1, I want to thank the 5 of you who did respond to the survey about how things are going. And one of you had mentioned that they're a bit concerned about their performance and that they would like from now on to be upfront with me and Dalton about needing help, something that you're not understanding. I think this is a great idea, and I would like to encourage each and every one of you that might be having issues with the assignments to really contact us so that we can remediate the difficulties early on. Because it is the case that we do build up on this knowledge, and I'm going to be circling back and reviewing things, so you don't need to get anxious about that, because I'm not expecting that you remember everything as we move along, but it is important that we're remediating at least the few bugs that are happening, such that you're feeling more comfortable with the language as we go along. Now, some of you are saying, I'm not good at this. I just don't understand programming language. And, you shouldn't be good at this if it's the first time you're engaging with it, right? So that's the whole point. So don't worry about it. It's like learning if you were, I'm not sure if any of you speak Japanese, but imagine if you were to learn Japanese for the first time. It would be hard. If you were to learn Russian for the first time, if you don't know how to speak it, it would be hard. To learn this, you need to immerse yourself in that culture, right? And practice, practice, practice. And this takes time. So one of the things that I really want you to do is to take your time with the assignments. Remember, the materials from the video lectures and the guided activities should be filling up about 3 hours of your week, right? Because this is what I used to work with students in the face-to-face class. So every week I would go through about an hour of lecture, and I would work with students for about 2 hours on the guided activity. So you need to take about that time to work through the activities calmly, read. If there's a bug, email us. We can go in, help you out. But that needs some time planning. So just make sure you do that. And remember, the guided activities are really low stake. If you give it a shot, even if it doesn't work quite right, you'll get the points. But for this to be effective, you need to be really trying, right? So it's not good enough. I won't deduct points. I can't decide if you're doing this or not. The key is there. You can simply copy and paste and submit, and we will never know. But if you're doing this, then that means when you start doing the independent activities, you might have a bit of a hard time, right? Because you're supposed to be doing that as practice. And then if you get stuck, you look at the key, you write to us so that we can fix things and so that you can learn what went wrong, so this mistake hopefully won't happen again, right? That particular one, maybe others. Now, some of you also mentioned that they're concerned about the exam. I am trying to think about how can I make you less concerned about this. I'm not giving you practice that will not prepare you for these exams. So my response to you is, if you're doing the guided activities and the independent activities and you're understanding what's going on and you're getting help, there's no reason to believe that you won't do well in the exam, because the exam will be sort of the same, except the one piece that you're going to have to choose what analysis to do on data sets. That's the only difference, because during our weekly, week-to-week labs, the types of activities that you do independently are very matched up and aligned with the activities that we just did on the guided activity. So it's more transparent. I'll give you an example. Imagine we do a class on t-test, then I give you a data set to analyze. You know that t-test is what you need. In the exam, you might have to decide, do I need a t-test? Do I need a correlation? What do I need to do here? right? So you're going to have to make a decision about the analysis that you do. But we will work through the rationale. What is the type of data that requests a particular type of analysis? Why do we use that analysis? So this is part of what we're going to work on. So really, I don't anticipate that you're going to be super surprised about the exam, because it's not going to be something that's foreign to you and foreign to what you've been doing all along. To make it even less stressful, what I want to do is to prepare a mock exam question so that you know what to expect in a more concrete way, right? And also, I will make sure the first exam in particular has tons of structure about, place the code here. This is, I'll make it as structured almost as the independent activities and the guided activities, such that you don't have to worry about and get anxious about that. And I'll take a little bit more of the structure for the final exam. So we'll build things gradually. Now, I only heard from 5 of you, and I'm a person that kind of needs feedback and human contact, and it's really making me a little anxious that I'm not hearing about a ton of you. So I would really ask you to go in and respond to the survey and talk about how you're feeling about the course, what's helpful that I've been doing, what I can do to make it even more so, and to show my appreciation for your time, because I know these things take time. You will get, if 80% of you, you're 25, if 80% of you respond to the survey, then I'll give you 1 extra credit for everybody, okay? If 90% of you respond to the survey, then you get 2 extra credits, 2 extra credit points, which can kind of make up for points lost in different assignments that happen throughout the year. Really important here is that I want you to take some time to provide constructive feedback for me to actually understand where you're standing, okay? Just make like a, when I ask you how engaged you are, and tell me why, if you're not, 5 out of 5 engaged, I want you to kind of make a self-assessment of how you're doing. Just take a little time. I'm not saying write a dissertation or anything, but maybe write a little paragraph letting me know, kind of a self-assessment of how you're feeling about the course. All right. Other than that, I think I have nothing else to comment in terms of wrapping up the previous week. And the next video, we are going to start with the material for this week. All right. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.